guys, welcome back to the channel. If you are new here, of course, welcome to the channel. My name is Nick, and here we do talk toys and pop culture of all kinds, and sometimes, just sometimes, we do talk a little bit of shit about other subjects. However, today is not going to be one of those times. We are going to go back into the gear of toy reviews. We had done a few travel videos on here, and I do have a few more. We did Media Day at Scarefest, and I still need to post a video for that. But today what we're going to do is we are going to review another AEW product. This is going to be an AEW Unrivaled 13 figure, and it was one of the figures from the wave that I was the most excited about. Now, we've already reviewed a Danhausen figure on the channel, and that was the Ringside Collectibles exclusive, very nice, very evil Danhausen. It had the wired cape, things like that. If you want to go back and check that review out, it is still posted. The figure's dynamite and highly, highly in line for my figure of the year. But this version of Danhausen is a little bit different. It comes in his all-black promo gear, or his manager gear, or his YouTube gear. Just basically Danhausen's everyday look. It does have some alternate head sculpts, some alternate hands. We'll take a look at that when we get to it. So guys, what we'll do is we'll go ahead, punch in, and take a look at Danhausen. Alright guys, so just like we always do on the channel, what we'll do is take a look at the box first. Of course, this is your typical AEW Unrivaled series box. You have your All Elite Wrestling logo, your gold top. You look down here, and here is Danhausen looking all awesome in the window. You do see the extra hands and such here. Of course, Unrivaled collection, you get the shot of Danhausen right here. Let me go ahead and move Bunsen out of the way. We'll move Beaker as well. This is just a glamour shot of Danhausen basically on this side. He is 118 in the series. Of course, the series is 13. You look up, you get your Danhausen in gold letters. You scroll down the side here, and you will get an AEW logo, a Danhausen picture again. And on the back, of course, you'll get this picture of Danhausen from Rampage on 4/29/2022 in Philadelphia. The little Danhausen autograph there, and the rest of the series, which is Sting, Darby Allin, Wardlow, the Butcher, the Blade, and the Chase, which is the Bunny. You'll get your Watch AEW Dynamite and Rampage at the bottom. You'll flip this over to the bottom. You'll get all the legalese you could ever want, and you will get the barcode. I will let you pause so you can get that should you need it. Let's go ahead and take a look at Danhausen's accessories. Alright guys, what you see is what you get with Danhausen here. You do get the extra head sculpt. You can see the face paint looking all good there. The wild-eyed expression and the slightly more messed up hair. Basically what this is kind of a choose-your-own hair adventure with Danhausen. The other head sculpt does have the hair more relaxed. The facial expression is pretty much the same wild-eyed, mouth sort of open expression. And the head sculpts are really great. I mean, the paint does go back to the ears like Danhausen tends to wear. The hair sculpt is really good on it, of course. And it's just basically the typical Danhausen head sculpt we've seen before. And we've seen that with the Ringside Collectibles exclusive back here. If you look, this is basically the same head sculpt. If you look here, you do get a set of curse hands, and those do come with the exclusive from Ringside as well. You can see his ring detail on those. But guys, what you see is what you get here. Let's go ahead and take a look at Danhausen. Alright guys, here we have Danhausen out of package. Nothing changed about him. No extra hands installed. No new head sculpt. No nothing like that. Here you can see the wild-eyed expression, and the face is the same as on the other head sculpt. You do, of course, have a set of open hands with Danhausen here with his ring. No fisticuffs for Danhausen yet. No fisted hands come with those thus far. If you look, he does have the shirt on with the overlay. This is all one sculpted piece. It is not removable. And you do see the teeth detail and the red stitching detail in his promo gear like he does wear on TV. You come down here, and he does have the red detail on the upper thighs. We'll take a look at that and see if I can get that to focus a little better. There we go. And you come down here, and of course you have his yellow stitch Doc Martens. We'll flip the figure around and take a look. Of course, the paint does go all the way back to the ears, just like normal. You look here, and of course the hair is sculpted very well on the figure. The detail does go around to the back with the stitching and the red detail on the pants. The articulation is pretty standard for an AEW figure from the Unrivaled series. It does have a head that rotates 360. He's got some side-to-side rock with it, some up and down. The arms do go 360. Of course, you get your double-jointed elbows, your wrists that turn, your hands that rock up and down. He does have a little bit of waist swivel. The overlay there sort of prevents it a little bit. He can do the splits. He does have a thigh cut, as you can see here. He does have double-jointed knees. He does not have a boot cut. This Danhausen does have ankle pivot and ankle rock. But other than that, really standard Unrivaled figure. But it is absolutely amazing because it is Danhausen. This is probably my favorite in Series 13 so far. Let's do a quick comparison to the AEW ringside exclusive Danhausen. Alright guys, quick comparison here. Like I said, you will see the ringside exclusive does have the cloth wired cape, the premium tattoo detail, and it does have a different set of gear on. It does have the gray and black pants, of course, and you look here, and this is more of Danhausen's promo gear, or his manager gear, or his YouTube video gear, just an everyday Danhausen, basically. So if you have this, you might want to get that should you do figure photography, or run a pic fed, or anything like that. But these figures are a yin and yang, basically, and who doesn't love Danhausen anyway? Guys, thanks for hanging out with me today and reviewing the AEW Unrivaled 13 figure for Danhausen by Jazwares. Excellent figure. It's almost as good as the ringside exclusive, but not quite. Both figures are pretty much yin and yang of one another. You get the Danhausen with the ringside exclusive that's ready to step in the ring, and you get the Danhausen with the regular Unrivaled edition that's basically ready to do management, do comedy, whatever it is Danhausen may be ready to do at the time. There is a chase version of this figure that is in his wrestling gear that does have another cape with it. I think the cape is rubber with that one, but it's either the chase or the rare out of the set. I can't remember, but there is one out there, so guys, keep checking your Walmarts and checking your stores for that. Guys, again, channel's growing. I've gotten over 200 subscribers in the past little while, and I am very grateful to you guys for it. You guys do keep coming back to watch the content, and it does help the channel grow. So if you do like this kind of content, please go ahead and take the time to hit the like button, the subscribe button, and the notification bell so you know when I post more. I'm off my little hiatus now. And we do have a few videos coming down the pipe, and possibly even this week. We were able to do Media Day at Scarefest like we did with Wicked World Scaregrounds, and of course that's one of the nation's largest horror and paranormal conventions. I did a little toy hunting there, and we'll show you that. I do have some reviews backed up here. I do have the Craig Rock and Roll McConnell from the G.I. Joe Classified series. I was able to pick Dusty up at Ollie's. We can review that also. And I have Alf from NECA. Now, those reviews are going to be coming down the pipe soon, so stay tuned for those. Guys, I love you guys for coming to the channel and liking the content. Keep collecting and stay legendary. I will see you later.